Panheads. A mythical word in the Harley-Davidson vocabulary. Possibly one of the prettiest motors they've ever produced. Men have admired them for centuries, fawned over them, searched for them in dingy old barns and on Facebook Marketplace. But are they truly worth all of the torment to get that goddamn mother piece of shit running right? Today we're going to answer that question. Welcome back. All right. We're fresh off a hot dog and liquor party. The incredible saga of nothing fucking fits continues. So what is our plan here? It's a simple plan. We're just gonna build a chopper, you guys. I am thrilled about this one. It's a cool bike. Like, the motor's a 49, the frame's a 49, the transmission's a 49. Not to say that those parts were for sure born together. I'm pretty sure these have been collected from different bikes and stuff, but if you're a Harley nerd like I am, it tickles a part of your brain just to know that everything's a 49. It's really cool. So that's rad. I can't take credit for any of the work that's been done so far. All these parts were like collected over the years, rebuilt, restored, painted. This has all been the work of other people, but now it's ended up in my hands to do the final assembly. So we're going to do things in a cleanly fashion, organized. We're going to be methodical about it.
I'm going to have fun, and you're going to have fun. We're all going to have so much fucking fun we'll need plastic surgery to remove our goddamn smiles.
Everything's been pre-fit, so theoretically things go together pretty easy. Hey guys, it's Gus from the future. It was not easy. It's not to say that I'm still not going to take my time. I don't like to rush these things, because when you rush these things, that's when you wind up having problems. But overall, big picture: assemble, wire, plumb, burnouts, and wheelies. All right, so the owner of the bike and I kind of did a rough inventory the other day. You guys got to see this parts table. We got the cycle electric generator. We got the Scorpion clutch. Got beautiful chrome pipes, got a wicked belt drive, good primary, fresh battery tray, beautiful trans. Yeah, just a table full of really nice parts, man. Like, everything's new. This brake stuff. Oh, there's cool custom stuff too, like taillight bracket, license plate bracket. It's all built right in. It's gonna be a cool bike. So yeah, I'm just gonna kind of like, again, we've roughly inventoried all this. I think it's hard to say what you really have and don't have until you're into the building process. So I think I kind of just got to get started. Maybe I'm going to speak too soon here, but I really do think the trickiest part of this whole deal is just going to be like miscellaneous bags of hardware like that. Being that this bike has kind of already gone through a couple of different people's hands, like painter guy, fab guy, another friend who is assembling some stuff. Like, Spike's been around to a couple of groups of people. Everybody sort of like throws their random chunk of hardware that they did whatever they did into a bag, and then you have to like sort it out, figure it out, guess where it goes, that kind of thing. Sometimes the stuff is obvious. Like, I've done enough of these old bikes at this point that like you can recognize hardware. Oh, that goes here, that goes there. But it's stuff like this. I think I just kind of have to get started. Boom. We have a beautiful rebuilt Star Hub wheel wrapped in a gorgeous Avon tire. I don't even know if you can get these anymore, so that's cool. As you guys saw, we just reassembled or assembled for the first time this mechanical brake. Yeah, it's old tech. It's crazy. It's like by modern motorcycle standards, people probably think this is nuts, but this is how they work, and it works decent enough to stop, we all hope. It looks pretty rad. It went together pretty easy. Everything's nice. Everything's ready to go. So, done. Okay, before I get going too far, I don't know why I'm doing this. Oh my God. Before I get too far down the road here, I'm going to take out every little bit of hardware, and I'm just gonna run a tap through everything. Nothing's worse than stripping threads when you're this close to a finish line. So yeah, I'm gonna bust out the thread chasers. Okay, frame's all set up. I ran a tap through everything I could find. The one thing I did notice is I'm gonna have to get a grease fitting for the crossover tube there. Yeah, I don't have a fitting on hand that's gonna fit right now, so I'm just gonna make a mental note of that, and everything else looks good. I think right now I'm gonna move on to kind of rough assembling the front end we're using for now, and yeah, we'll be able to pop this thing into a roller really soon. Okay, I think our front end is prepped for now. So I'm just trying to think of the most graceful way to assemble this thing. It's always awkward when you're doing this on your own, but I think I have a good plan. So what I'm gonna do now is move on to back wheel on this. After that, we'll put everything on the lift together, and well, you guys will see how I'm gonna do it. So back wheel. Just like that, we have a roller, ladies and gents. All right, let's talk about it. So right now, nobody's sure if these bars are staying, if the risers are staying. Hell, we don't even know if that front end is staying. I don't know, yeah, like, I don't know if it suits the bike 100%. You're looking at like mechanical drum brake, and then you're looking at dual disc up front, like, it's just a little bit too modern, I think, but that's just my opinion. This is actually a great time for you guys to go down into the comments section and tell me what front end you'd like to see on this thing, because I know what I would like to see. I think I know exactly what would suit it, but I want to hear from you guys. Right now, the plan is just to build it with what we have, but there's something in the works, something that could be a whole lot, in my opinion, better. But you guys don't care about my opinion. Just in case you do, though, let me tell you about how I feel about it. This is a nice front end. I'll start by saying that. It's very, it's like high end, but to me it just screams like late 80s, early 90s. And yeah, sure, if you're building that era of bike, like 110%, fuck yeah. But I don't know, dude, this is like watching Casablanca and the fucking main character shows up in a neon windbreaker. It just doesn't feel right, you know? Yeah, it's a different era, man. It doesn't quite suit the flow. Like the shape, sure, I'm cool with a wide glide, but this is just a little bit too modern for me. It's got like the radial tire, it's got the modern hub. It's just, I don't know, man. Again, really nice front end. I just don't know if it's meant for this bike, but oh well, we're gonna rock it for now. Yeah, this is the next hole that I'm planning on filling, is this right here. Bruh. So that means transmission and that means oil bag. Transmission. Okay. Here's our transmission. I've got to throw a few more pieces into the kicker. So we're gonna do that and then it's going in the bike. This is my favorite. It says install on it. Yeah, no shit. I had this thing together. I'm just not a huge fan of the way it felt, so I took it back apart. Now I'm looking around. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see in here. I can get a zoom shot. Yep, there we are. Look at that. That's not good. That's a big old crack where they normally happen on the inside of the kicker. So kicker cover. We might be getting a new kicker cover, I guess is what I'm trying to say here. So yeah, I don't know. I don't like that. I tried to reach out to the owner, I guess, and I told him to give me a call. We'll figure out a plan. In the meantime, for today, I'm just gonna kind of like test fit a bunch of parts, see if I could sort out hardware, because as every part goes on, I get a little closer to figuring out what hardware does what, at least out of the random piles. But yeah, I don't know. Not the way I wanted to end day one, but I got to know what the owner wants to do before I go further with that transmission. So anyways, time to mess around, I guess. Catch you guys in a little while. Ah, beautiful. Sometimes you just get so caught up working on things and making progress that like you kind of forget to sit back and take a look at what you've created actually. And man, nothing hits harder than like walking into the shop the next day and actually being able to take in what you've done with clarity of mind. I walked in and I saw this thing and it just instantly fired me up. That's not to say that this thing still has its fair share of trials and tribulations to go through. You guys can see I was kind of like just roughly assembling and fitting things here yesterday. And I don't know, I've noticed that it's not going well. There's just like weird mismatched hardware inside of these kits. So I don't know, man, it's like this nut doesn't go with the bolt that it was with in the kit. So I grabbed this one and it does go with it. So I'm like, okay, at least I found one. And then I go to throw it through here and it doesn't fit through the frame. So obviously it has to be this size and this is the wrong nut. And like, I don't know, man, just things are more mixed up than I think everybody thought they were gonna be, but that's okay. It's nothing we can't solve. So I'm probably gonna finish messing around with this brake linkage today. I wanna get the brake like nice and functional. So I know that that's good and I can just bolt it back on. But the real plan is to fix the brake, take the brake off to make room. And we're gonna put a panhead in this motorcycle today. All right, the actual fucking around I'm talking about is when you get these holes lined up, you run out of clearance at the top. When I go to angle this at the proper angle, it hits the actual brake arm before it levels out with the brake rod that it needs to thread into. So I think I gotta trim in here a little bit. We'll see. Brake works good. That was less messing around than I thought. Whoa, Nelly. Okay, but floorboards still fit like shit. Look at that. It's like riding right on the brake rod and it's not even close to being seated there. And there's a big gap up here too, so I don't know, man. I'll probably end up making my own floorboard mounts, because that's the side that fits better. The other side is even worse, which is a little spooky, but that's details that can be sorted out on the tail end of the build. For me, it's like everything mechanical has to function flawlessly first. You can sort out the comfort and the details and the style afterwards. I really want to make sure that this bike is like functional at a top-notch level. So yeah, brake stuff sorted. I also just fixed the hardware situation. I was losing my mind. I don't know if you guys remember at the start of the video, I said that like big crusty pile of shitty hardware was gonna be the bane of my existence.
It's stuff like this.
It was, I couldn't take it. I ended up buying a bunch of like nice stainless, you know, button head stuff just to make everything cohesive and nice. So I went around the bike and every little bit of hardware that I could get to or needed right now, I replaced it with good stuff. So I feel better. I'm gonna be able to sleep at night. You guys don't have to worry about me. Everything's fine now. So what we're doing next is I think I'm gonna put the transmission in. The kicker's still completely apart, but I can put that together while it's in the bike. No big deal. All right, transmission is in. That went pretty smooth. They're not hard to get in there. It's just everything's really tight. Like the battery tray and the oil bag, it's always super tight in there. So a little bit of finicky shit, a little bit of crushed knuckles, nothing out of the blue, nothing out of the norm. This is cool. So you guys will recognize this piece if you're into old choppers. This is your shifter. This hangs right off the side of the fucking transmission because you're a cool guy.
Oh yeah.
Okay? But to make this even cooler than it already is, the owner has this old putter head, like a golf club putter. And the owner doesn't play golf that much at all, really. He's not like a big golf enthusiast, but I guess this was his buddies. And I don't know, man, it's like little features like this just really make a bike for me, because it's all in the details and every part has a story, and this is one of those parts that has a hell of a good story. But what I'd like to do, being that this bike is all nice and shiny, is I'm gonna polish this up. That way it matches everything else. So yeah, my least favorite thing to do, guys, polishing things. I fucking hate polishing, but I don't know, this amount of shiny over here calls for some shiny over here too. So we're gonna make that happen. Okay, I don't know how this is gonna work. It looks way too tall to me, but it does look good. It does look pretty rad up there. And as you can see, I left all these chips and stuff in it just because I figured they all tell a story.
Fuck you guys!
But yeah, man, that's going in your leg for sure. I actually ended up dropping the bike onto the floor, and I sat my butt right there and I swung my leg over here and put it on the floorboard just to see how this was gonna feel. And yeah, as you can guess, it's kind of like it's right in the bottom of your thigh. Hold on a sec. Pretend this chair is a chopper. It was right about here, right? It was just touching the leg a little bit too much. So if I moved it out a touch, it could honestly, it's like, it'd be pretty fucking comfy. But yeah, I gotta talk to the owner about a few different things. I think I'm gonna call it here. Probably gonna work through the weekend, so I'll catch you guys on another day. For now, I think I'm gonna try to, either I'm gonna take my red bike or I'm gonna break in my dad's new Shovelhead swap bagger. Either or, one or the other, I'm going to the fucking beer store. Catch you guys later. All right, we're fresh off a hot dog and liquor party. It's time to put a motor in. All right, after about 40 hot dogs and 200 beers, we're ready to do this. Kind of there.
You're coming in a second. Yeah, it's good.
Shit, really?
Yeah.
That was probably the smoothest it's ever gone. You're kidding me, that's it? Normally there's all kinds of like fighting and squirming and ugly clunks.
I'm just that good.
Okay, now we have to unwrap everything and see how many horrible mistakes we've made. All right, a couple of coffees later, I feel a whole lot more awake. Super proud to say this video is sponsored by 3 Horses Cafe and Speed Shop, 1250 DuPont Street in Toronto. This is my favorite coffee shop, ladies and gentlemen. And if you guys think a cafe and a speed shop is a weird combo, You're living in the past, brother. Because I'll tell you, man, these guys genuinely make some of the best coffee you will ever have. And while you're sitting down and sipping on it, they'll order you up whatever chopper parts you need, whatever hot rod parts you need. Hell, they'll even order you up some tools for the shop, man. These guys will hook you up. Not to mention that the space is just awesome, too. It's full of these vintage vendors. They've got new brands, too, like Brixton, Indestructible. All kinds of cool stuff, man. They've even got this wicked stained glass lady in there just killing it. Look at how cool this thing is. Plus, the world's coolest washroom. Yes, the first time I saw this, I lost my mind, man. These guys are crushing it. They're hosting bike nights. They're doing poker runs. You gotta go check him out. Go get a coffee, come out to a bike night, let him order some parts for you, and let him know that Greasy Gus sent ya. I'm also just elated at how that motor install went. Like, you always hope that it goes that smooth, but it rarely ever does. Like, I know I said it in the previous clip, but there's always like fucking a clunk and a bang, and then you're like, fuck, what did I do? But no, this literally just slipped in. It's incredible. So I'm going to throw some bolts in this thing and just kind of start, again, mocking parts and pieces up just to see how everything's going to fit here. But motor's in, motor shim is under the rear where it needs to be. Everything's really nice. It went really good, so that's awesome. Okay, so everything feels good. The feeler gauges tell me that like everything's happy up here, everything's happy down here. There's the one shim that we needed to use. But this is cool. So I guess in 1949 they didn't have nuts with like the nylock nuts. So everything's a castle nut and a cotter pin. So I went around, made sure everything's nice and tight, and I lined up all those holes, and now I'm just gonna slip some cotter pins in there. And motor's in. I feel good. So the incredible saga of nothing fucking fits continues. I'm messing around with this inner primary in hopes of kind of like, again, just getting things pre-fit, you know? Like that's the idea here, is make sure everything goes together smoothly, then take it apart, put Loctite on everything, and put it back together one last time. So, yeah, first time trying to get this primary on, and it's not even fucking close, man. Like, that's way off down here. The breather's wonky. The whole thing sits further out at the back. Like, I can't tighten it down. You can see that the gap over here is larger than it is over here. It's just a mess. And beyond that, this linkage hits everything. It's genuinely frustrating. Let's look at the bright side. Engine's in, trans is in, oil bag is in. And in the meantime, just to make myself feel better, I've decided that I'm going to rebuild the carburetor. Yeah, it's been adapted to the Linkert style intake manifold, but dude, this is like some of the worst shit I think I've fucking ever seen, man. Like, the goopage is out of control, man. It is not pretty. So I'm gonna pull that apart, see if I can make it any better. I'm sure I can, because how the fuck can it get worse than that?
Oh, man. Don't hit me with them negative waves so early in the morning.
I shouldn't be this negative. Everything's fine. It's all going good. Thumbs up, everybody. Yeah, no, it's gonna come apart. I'll clean everything up. We'll make it better. Might make some gaskets instead of just smearing fucking goo all over it. So, little by little, man. All right, so here's our last problem we're facing with this carburetor. Somebody had originally just gooped up this, I think it's quarter 20, and filled this hole. I don't know what this hole was used for. I'm assuming a choke plate would have gone across there. There is a matching one on this side, but it's got a factory plug in it. So I don't know what the deal is. Somebody just, there's no threads or nothing in there. Somebody literally just gooped up this bolt, stuffed it in there, and that was it. It pulled out with my fingers, so bound to be a massive vacuum leak. I'm gonna go with the same concept. I know it's not pretty, but it'll be functional and it'll be better than it was. I'm gonna tap that hole, and then I've got this cut to length, thread sealer on it, thread it in, done. That should solve that problem. So that kind of ends our carb saga. It's so much cleaner now. Everything moves smoothly. I set all of the settings to how I found them. I had that written down. So theoretically, if this thing ran before, it should run again now. I'm pretty confident I'm gonna have to go through and tune stuff though. Glad I got that leak taken care of, that big hole in the side of this thing. Used the belt sander to flatten out all the surfaces. This one on the homemade adapter was super warped, I guess from all the welding that the guy did. So anyways, that's probably why there is like 10 pounds of goop on it. I made a gasket for this guy. I'm gonna put a very menial amount of goop on it. I'm not even sure I'll need it, but just for cheap insurance, I don't wanna have to come back in and do all this stuff again. So yeah, carb stuff all done, except for one last little thing that isn't really for the carb, it's about the carb, if that makes sense. That would be a carb support bracket. So this is the one that the guy had, and you can see it's just like sheet metal that's had the shit cut out of it. I don't like this. I'm gonna make a nicer one, and we're gonna toss that on. I'll make one out of stainless. So just a quick little thing. I know this is gonna be between the tanks. You'll never see it, but it'll make me feel better. Okay, now that should be it. Let's put it on. All right, I feel really good about that. Had to pop my sweater back on, I was getting cold. Yeah, it looks just so much better, man. And it's gonna be way stronger, and it's gonna fit better and just be nicer all around. So now that we're kind of on a high, let's throw that belt drive on and see what we're dealing with there. Once the belt drive's on, I'll be able to like lock the transmission in place, and I don't know, we'll see. I might go back to trying to fit that primary. Who knows? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, god damn. I need a mental break from this primary. I've just been messing with it nonstop here, and I'm making progress. But I don't know, man. This is just the bike where nothing fits. The plan so far is I knocked out the rivets that hold on the lower mount way too high. That's as low as I can get the primary to go up here, because then that tab, which I've already trimmed, starts hitting the floorboard mount. This aftermarket oil bag, the arm that comes down to catch that top mount, it was way too long, so I trimmed it back. When I finally trimmed it back enough so that this could slip in front of it, it pushed the whole primary out like that. It would rub in here. Now you can see it's literally just a sliver here. This needs to sit further in, not too far, because then it touches in there. Really, it's sitting in its ideal place when it's perfectly lined up with this top tab. So my thoughts are, I'll just have a piece of metal that goes on the outside and it can act like a little swing, because these two are perfectly lined up. Yeah, and down here, I'm just gonna slide this tab where it needs to be and then re-weld. And then we should have a primary. Does all that make sense? Easy, right? Like, not an issue at all. This stuff just bolts together, no problem. Anyways, I think I need another little win, you guys. So I'm just gonna throw the generator on. And that should kind of, like, again, boost morale, right? This is the beautiful thing about building a whole bike. When something's not going your way, just switch to something else and chill for a minute. Then you can come back to the first thing and you'll generally feel a lot better. Nothing will make you feel better than a cycle electric generator, man. These kind of are really the best. Gee whiz, I hope that gear is in there. Holy shit, these bolts don't fit. I fucking quit. Primary is on, baby. This top repair, I was kind of just dealing with what I already had. So don't judge this gooberiness. That's not me. That's just me fixing what was there the best I could. Because sometimes when you're dealing with trash, you're dealing with trash. But anyways, here's her top little mount. It's like a little bridge dealio. I'm just going to double nut it on the backside, add a spring in here because it's supposed to be able to free float a little bit. So that's all fine and dandy. Bottom mount, same thing. This has all been re-welded down here now. You can see where it used to be. Punched out those rivets, welded everything up nice. Gonna put a spring in there, double nut, and she can free float like she's supposed to. So, wow, wowza. That was a lot of mucking around, man. That was more mucking around than I thought, but oh well, it's on there. I feel good about it. We can kind of move on to the next problem that also is in the same area. I'll show you guys. Our clutch arm, okay, it can only go this far forward before it hits the top of the trans, and it can only go this far backward before it starts to hit the battery. So that equates to this much movement. That ain't enough to work a clutch at all. I'm gonna cut it somewhere in the middle, and I'm going to extend it so that this sort of curve is sitting further out, and it should give us some more clearance. That's the plan. That's what we're gonna do. Just trying to make everything happy here, little by little. Turns out that pep talk in the mirror and that little sing-along with my Subaru club really helped me. Okay, let's get to the point here. So after going back and forth 10,000 times, we finally have a clutch arm that moves a fair bit more. I could still trim some off of here just to help it get even more stretch, but essentially we're not hitting anything under here anymore, which is what I was trying to avoid. Lots of clearance there. I'll be honest, I don't like the way that this clutch rod fits at all, because I'll show you. That's about as much extension as I can get out of it, which is crazy because this pedal, like theoretically, right? Like it would be hanging out like here, and then you press the clutch. So that's kind of fucked. And you may ask why? Why is it not long enough? I see threads there. Isn't it adjustable? Yeah, but I don't want to have like 4 threads biting. I want to have like at least a handful, a decent handful, just for strength and integrity purposes. So yeah, I think that clutch rod's going to have to get sorted out, but I don't know, man. Little by little, I keep saying that. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I do know. We're getting to the end of this. We're on the other side. I'm starting to feel good now. So got kind of the brake sort of back together so I could mess around with this. So I'd love to get this brake stuff sorted out. Just more fitting, man. More fitting. But we're getting closer, so little by little. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. I think I'm good for today. All right, yeah, despite how the sky looks right now, it's actually gotten significantly warmer here over the past day, so I'm happy for that. Jesus, these glasses are dirty. Panhead's still looking good, man. Every time I walk in here, it's just, it's a pleasure to see. But I think for today, I'm gonna switch gears. There's an awesome chopper show happening this weekend. It's happening 6 hours away from me. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the truck out there and enjoy a nice chopper show weekend. So that means I gotta do some maintenance on the truck. We're due for an oil change. So yeah, a little mid-video break for some maintenance on the daily driver, and then out to a chopper show. I need like a POV GoPro or something. Fucking sponsor me, please. Everybody goes in blind to dwell in shadow. When you own a truck with a tractor motor in it, it's best just to buy the buckets. If you find yourself alone, do not be troubled. You are in Elysium. Do you dare to follow? Yeah, all set up to go truck camping. Just gonna load it up with those last few things I need tomorrow morning, and hitting the road. Catch you tomorrow, guys. as you guys can see, that show is fucking rad. I'm back at the truck for a break. Just bought these new boots off of a big-footed Midnight lady. And, I did not break them in, so my feet are fucking killing me. Probably gonna lay back here for a minute and heal my soul. I'll tell you guys, nothing heals the soul better than a little bit of chicken and liquor. All right, guys, we are back in the shop, and Montreal was insane. Such a cool show, man. The bikes were wicked, the people are awesome, and yeah, the after party was super rad too. So I don't know, I'm super glad I made that drive. It's a long one, but it's worthwhile. So next year, go check out the show, and I'll see you there. But let's talk about where we're at now. So with this bike is in a great place. We've come pretty far as building this thing goes. Primary's all fitted now. Got the kickstand set up. Foot controls are in place. The clutch arm we redid. There's been a bunch of little things. Still a few more things on the list though. We've got to probably redo the shifter. We definitely have to make floorboard mounts. And we have to redo that kicker. Before we get into it, I had the owner of the bike stop by a few days ago, and man, we just kind of had a good time playing around with different like handlebar headlight setups. I even laid down some tape on the tank and the fender to kind of simulate what striping might look like. So I don't know, I'll show you guys. I like this current setup. I think I preferred a different handlebar riser setup a touch more, but the owner really likes this, and he looks awesome on it. Like, it fits him. So I think this is the way to go. I think this is the way it should be set up. So we're sticking with the apes, but we have this absolutely wicked rectangular headlight. And I think it just brings a level of attitude to this bike that it needed. It kind of bridges the gap, I think, between like, I know earlier in the video I was saying, 1949, proper, and then all of a sudden, boom, 80s front end. Yeah, I think this headlight kind of helps bridge that gap. Like, it makes the whole thing a little more cohesive as a complete chopper. I've been saving this for my personal build, but it looks really good on this one. So again, we're just playing around with ideas, but you throw that in there, and she looks pretty proper. Another thing, it's just stripes. Like, this is just tape right now, but kind of looks good with some stripes on it. And we're thinking some longer pipes with some fishtails back here, just to kind of suit, because again, the height of the bars give a lot of attitude. I think we need some longer pipes to kind of match that attitude and balance the whole bike out. I'm telling you guys, you can take a bike and completely change its attitude like overnight. Not even overnight, in an hour, just messing around with different parts in the garage. So I'm really digging where this thing is at right now. It's kind of reinvigorated my inspiration on it. And I want to get this kicker done today. So let's jump in.
Engineer, where are you headed? Carry me back.
Feels good. Doing everything it's supposed to.
Oh, I got a little girl who's been waiting. Promised that she'd marry me. Mr. Can we leave the sea? I'll shovel coal, Lord, to pay my fate. Gotta get this train down to the station. My little girl waiting for me. Well, the night is dark and Lord, it's cloudy. I've been traveling that lonesome road. My one true love waiting there to see.
It's another day in the shop, and our masterpiece is coming along quite nicely. Today is gonna be a lathe day. I spent some time last night messing around with this cheap lathe I got off Facebook Marketplace. I've had it for a few months, done some basic stuff on it, but it's, I don't know, I didn't explore its full capabilities. So today we're gonna be doing some fun stuff with it. I've got to make a tool to push in some bushings for the brake crossover tube. The most complicated thing I have to do is make some floorboard mounts. So this side's not the worst, but as you guys can see, maybe you can't, there we are. As you guys can see, this rear mount sits right on the brake rod, and it's not seating down into the actual mount on the frame at all. And then if we're keeping the whole thing parallel to the frame rail, this front mount hangs out way too far. So I'm just gonna make a longer one here and a longer mount here. This one's gonna be a little more complicated because it has a bend in it, but that should be the easier of the two sides. Maybe we'll start with that one just so I can build up some confidence, maybe.
Zeros are set.
Come on now. Come on, Nelly. Yep, kind of. Oh, yeah, all right. Oh, okay, come on. What the fuck? That's one down. I just have to repeat that process a few more times, so it's gonna be a long day. But that was oddly satisfying to do. That was like just going through all the different processes to turn a piece of square stock into an actual peg like that. It's pretty cool. So I'm gonna keep at it. That sits pretty good in the frame. That's not half bad, man. I'll take it. Lots of clearance in here. Very sturdy. Very pleased with how that floorboard mount has turned out. However, over here on the side that I knew was going to be more difficult, I have done some pondering. And look, I'm looking at this bump out. Again, that bump out's there for the compensator nut that we don't even have. There's a belt drive in here. So that's just hollow empty space. And if you look at how far out it pushes that floorboard, it's ridiculous. Because I can't have a sharp 90 in here. I mean, it's actually got to sit out even further in order to make a peg work. So like, literally just floating in space. I can't have that. I can't have that. So we're going back into the primary. I talked to the owner of the bike. We're gonna try something. So he said it's cool if I trim this one up. I have an idea to make it look hopefully okay. We'll see. But worst case scenario, if he doesn't like it, we'll just order him the proper primary cover without the bump out here. So I don't know. We're gonna do something here. It's a bit of an experiment. I'll take you guys along for the ride and we'll see how this goes. We got ourselves some perforated steel and I got myself some real brass brushes. So most of the times these brushes are just brass coated. These ones are true brass through and through. So that's important. what I'm gonna try to do here is, because this bike has a bunch of like little brass accents on it, stuff like this, I'm gonna try to stay on that theme. And I'm gonna do my darndest to try a trick where you essentially just brass plate this manually with a torch and these brushes. We'll start by trying that. Once, if it works, we'll move on to the next stage of this experiment. Well, holy shit, it might have worked. Definitely some brass on that, so might be tricky to see in the sun, but I think I'm gonna flip it over, do the other side, and the experiment continues. All right, part one of this experiment, success. We could see that the perforated steel, or expanded steel, I think they call it, was able to take a brass coating. So, all right, that's cool. The next part of this experiment, we're gonna see how much depth we actually can take out of this. So I'm just gonna pop it open with the hole saw and we'll see.
There is so much room in there.
So, what I might do is grab some tape and sort of tape off what we're gonna be taking off. So you guys might be picking up what I'm putting down at this point. I'm gonna take off this nose cone, and then hopefully we're gonna cut out a matching circle out of that brass to match some of the brass accents, and we're gonna be able to weld it in. We'll see. This is all experimental. There's my cut line. We're in the eyeballing stage of this whole thing still. But I feel good about the circle we made. Okay, did a little more trimming. I was able to sneak this factory reproduction mount in there now. So I might only have to make a mount for up here. We will see. Okay, I think I got it fitting fairly good. Probably gonna put a couple of tacks somewhere and then just keep kind of massaging it around. We'll see. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, all right. Man, I hope the owner likes this because I think it's kind of cool. It looks tough as fuck. You guys gotta see this. I came out here after dinner. I couldn't help myself. I had one foot peg to make. I made it. Boom, baby. So that's 3 out of 4 foot pegs made. Obviously the fourth one doesn't need to be made. That one is working out, that reproduction, so that's sweet. But yeah, this thing's looking awesome, dude. I think I might do something crazy. Yeah, I might. You hang on. I am so excited for you guys to see this. It's still got some of my parts on it, like that mud flap. I'm gonna throw my dash on it. But oh baby! I'm telling you guys, we have like T-minus 3 minutes before I get out there and start riding a bike too, because it is too nice of a night. I am hearing people having a good time, and I'm fired up. I've been working hard on this thing. I feel like I need a little bit of a reward. All right. Oh my goodness. Man, we're down to the last of it. Just got to do brake crossover tube bushings and paint a bunch of little odds and ends, wire, and plumb. I'll catch you guys later. We're back in the shop. Bike's back on the lift. We're in the final stages of this battle. I know this is a long video, but I don't know. I hope you guys are enjoying it. I like doing the full videos, like the full build videos from front to back, because I don't know, it's very cohesive. You get to see the whole process, but it does make for a long video. So I don't know, don't be afraid to get down in the comments. Tell me what you guys want to see, what kind of videos you want to see, what style of videos you want to see. Don't be shy down there, and make sure you say something mean. Yeah, I love the shitty comments. They're my favorite. But anyways, today we're kind of just doing the last little fiddly things we got to do. One of the things that I've been dreading is these brake crossover tube bushings. These little suckers can sometimes be a bitch. I'll probably get into like wiring and plumbing off camera, just because it's a chopper. You guys don't need to see all that stuff. Like, it's gonna have four hoses, you know, 3 for oil and 1 for gas. You don't need to see that. It's gonna have probably 6 wires. You guys don't need that. So I'll do that stuff off camera, but yeah, I'm excited to do like an actual startup on this thing. You guys are gonna get to see this thing riding around very soon, so stick around, okay? Let's get into it. Showed up, and we're gonna make these bushings work. Holy shit, man. I can see why people dread doing that. I feel a lot better about this brake situation now. I never, ever like the idea of sending somebody out on the road with something I'm not confident in, especially the brake system. But check this out. This thing slides in just like it's supposed to. You can turn it with your fingers just like you're supposed to. And there is absolutely zero side-to-side slop. So that's good, man. That's perfect. It's exactly what I was after. But man, was that kind of a shitty job. So anyways, I'm going to throw a bit of grease on that, assemble everything, and then, yeah, that's the last of the big job. So I'll catch you guys when wiring and plumbing is finished. oil return, so we know it's doing that. Time to actually turn the key. Almost immediately. Not a problem, baby. Not a problem.
There you have it. We built a Panhead. A beautiful, beautiful Panhead. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know what to say about this, you guys. This is, this whole thing's been such an experience. It just seems so surreal to have actually, you know, taken this thing out of boxes, throwing the whole thing together, not even knowing what it was going to look like. Like, this is the owner's vision. It's, you know, sure, to a degree, I helped along the way, and, you know, there's some definitely other guys who have their hands in it too, so it's kind of a culmination of a lot of people's visions, I guess. But, man, I was the guy taking parts out of the box, and I really didn't know how this thing was going to end up, and I would say that it ended up in a really good place. I think it's gorgeous. There's still a few little things that I have to do. Nothing that matters enough to really film it. I'm happy to kind of close out the video here, especially after getting some sweet riding shots the other day. Never really done that before on the YouTube channel, so I hope you guys enjoyed some riding footage. We did so much on this thing. Well, I guess how am I wording this? So much was done on this thing. You know, I probably can't even remember everything that I did at this point, but, you know, spacers galore. I made wheel spacers, I made riser bushings, I made spacers for the exhaust, made spacers for everything you could possibly imagine. We made the floorboard mounts, rebuilt the whole kicker system, a ton of things happened off camera too, you know, things that like weren't necessarily gonna be the most interesting to show everybody, but I don't know. I tried to keep the pace of the video up, and if you guys want more detail, let me know in the comments, because I can definitely do that. If you guys want less detail, if this stuff is a little bit redundant sometimes, let me know. Let me know in the comments. If you guys love this thing, if you guys hate this thing, get down there and fight about it. But I love it. I can tell you that for sure. I adore this thing, and I'm definitely gonna miss it when it's gone. But I hope that you guys can see it a couple more times on the channel. The guy who owns it also happens to be a friend of mine, so I hope I get to see it around, and I hope I get to see you guys around too. So if you haven't already, please subscribe. Please like the video. If you're a business and you want to sponsor me, help me out a little bit, very open to that. We always need help around here. And if you haven't been, go to 3 Horses. But I think that's it for me today, you guys. I think that's it for me. Let's see how grumpy she's gonna be.